Happy Saturday, everybody. This is 60 Grit coming to you live about the new Apple Watch Ultra. So this is going to be the unboxing video. As you can see, boxing looks very similar as it did last year. Nothing special here, so let's just get right into it. This is going to be the Ocean Band. So we went with the orange band on this. Kind of check it out. Last year they did not have the orange option, which that's one of the colors I actually prefer the most. I like to be more vibrant out there on the lines. On the band, you get the larger band. You get both sides on this. Some of the Apple Watches, other versions, you actually get where you can adjust for smaller wrists. This one does not. And then, of course, there's going to be a locking mechanism that goes on this side so that when you put in there, when you put the loop through, it actually will lock in that thing. We have a book of all these beautiful things. Look at this. Oh, it's like a little instruction thing. But hey, you know what? If you need paper for this, there's a whole nother issue there, right? Because today we have so much in Google and search engine wise, like why do it. But when you look at the Apple Watch Ultra 2, there's a lot of variations, a lot of differences. This one actually has 3,000 nits, up to 3,000 nits, while the original one had 2,000 nits. Crystal's the same, GPS cellular, got that. This one does have the S9 SIP with the 64-bit dual core processor. The last one had the S8. It has W3 wireless chip, same as the last. And this is second generation ultra wide band chip. And this one, while the other one had, of course, the first generation. We start looking at you got very similar buttons along the lines. This one does have a double tap gesture and on-device Siri. The other one had, the original had just a digital crown with haptic feedback, side button and an action button in that one also. Very similar when you start looking at the sensors that are going to be in this one. There's not much more. I'm trying to think. There's not much more on this that you're going to have. Same Bluetooth, same LTE, same Wi-Fi 4 in both models. Both have Bluetooth 5.3. Both have GPS and GNSS. They have compass and always on altimeter. Dual speaker, 3 mics. The last one's 32 gigabyte capacity. This one's 64, but odds are you weren't filling up this anyway. So and it still has a fast charging. So in the box, you're going to have actually the Ultra itself. We're going to get this bad boy turned on. Look at that Apple. And then you're going to have your charging in here, which is going to be just like the last one, USB-C. It has charging that goes on the back of it, which everybody knows. I mean, it's just whoop, there you go. Look at that. Other than that, not much more to this unboxing of this. So you got the box. We have the band. Put this back up. Should you be upgrading to this watch? That's a great question. If you had last year's model and you loved the technology, then the answer is, of course, you have to upgrade to this watch. But if you don't care about technology, and you're not really big on the latest gen, and let's be honest, these small upgrades probably are not going to affect anybody out there. So it's going to be one of these things where it's just going to be like more personal preference. If you do want the brighter, if you're having issues with the last one, which I carried mine for well over a year, but about a year I carried mine. I did not have any problem seeing it ever in daylight. Lived in Texas, which is there's a lot of sun. Lived in Seattle, a lot of darkness. So yes, probably not gonna see any kind of issues with that. But if you did have issues with the brightness of it, then you know what? Maybe this is a reason why you upgrade. If you somehow crazily filled up the capacity of 32 gigs on a watch, then of course that'd be another no-brainer on the Wise. But there you go. And I actually just put that on backwards. Did you like how I did that? But you know what? It's not a big deal. You can laugh at me, and then you know what? I just fix it like that. Bam. There you go. All right. Well, if you got the new watch and you're liking it, love it, think you spent more money than you should have, and Don't know why. Well, hey, leave any kind of comments down there. I appreciate anybody that subscribe. Other than that, have a great Saturday, and I'll go put this watch on and test it and see how the battery does. My other one lasted about 2 days. About 1.5, 2 days I would get out of a full charge with how much I used it. We'll see what this one actually does. Thanks, have a good one.